NUCALA is a prescription medicine used with other medicines for the treatment of adults with eosinophilic granulomatosis with polyangiitis, EGPA. Do not use NUCALA if you are allergic to mepolizumab or any of the ingredients in NUCALA. Remember to watch the full video for additional safety information.
My name is Kate. I live in Western Massachusetts with my partner, Adam. I've lived with EGPA for most of my life. I was playing a soccer game when I was 6 and collapsed on the field. I started hyperventilating and they ended up calling an ambulance. They said that I had severe asthma. I saw 14 different doctors between the ages of 6 and 16 that all had their own opinion or had an idea of how I should be treated. In addition to the asthma attacks, I was having frequent sinus and ear infections. When I was 16, I started having really bad lung pain where I couldn't lay down, sit up. I cried all the time, and I tried not to complain, but my parents knew something was really wrong. So they brought me to a local hospital. I was told I had multiple lesions on my lung and that I would need surgery. And I went in and they were almost 100% sure it was cancer. And then I got out and was like, this is great, I don't have cancer, you know? My family was smiling, everyone was relieved. And then they told me that I had EGPA. At the time I was diagnosed, there were no FDA-approved treatments to treat EGPA. My doctors proposed using various medications to try and control the symptoms. From the corticosteroid that the doctors had put me on, I gained a ton of weight. These medications kept me alive, but my doctors were concerned about the impact of using them long-term. A lot of people told me not to go to college, it was a waste of time. I just figured, 1, what was there to lose, and 2, if I'm not here to do something, then why am I still here? There's a reason, so you have to keep going. So I went to college. I graduated on time, even though I missed a whole semester for a second lung surgery. In 2012, they found peripheral neuropathy in my hands and feet, which is a type of permanent nerve damage. And so my feet are like really tingly or burn all the time. I can't wear like high heels or things like that, real tight shoes. Then my hands, I lost complete feeling in. Started burning myself from holding pans. I felt like my body was failing me. I heard about this clinical trial and the doctor was really excited to let me try it if I was open to that. So we decided to go for it. About 3 months into the trial, I remember turning to Adam and just saying, I think I'm getting the medication. I didn't have my breathing machine with me everywhere. I just felt more myself for the first time in as long as I could remember, to be honest. And then December 2017, they posted FDA approval. And I'm pretty sure I cried that day thinking there are gonna be patients that are diagnosed that can go on a medication that's FDA approved. Knowing that other patients have the opportunity to be on NUCALA was the most empowering thing I could think of. Since being on NUCALA, I've had less flare-ups or relapses. I worked with my doctors to slowly and gradually go down on the steroids. The day that I found out I was in remission, it wasn't something I'd expected to hear. And so when I got home and Adam and I had talked about it, he had ordered a ring that night I didn't know. And we got it 2 weeks later and officially got engaged. I never thought I'd feel well enough to accept a proposal in certain ways. I get to have a pretty normal life. I have amazing friends who have done above and beyond. They're more like family. Of course, this has been my experience and yours could be different. Education of diseases like these is so important. The more people learn about it, the more we get out there, the more doctors can study it. It means that hopefully patients can get diagnosed quicker, better treatment, better prognosis. I hope that I can make people understand that with a diagnosis like this, it's devastating at first, but there is a way past it and there is a way to keep going, and you don't have to necessarily do it alone, and hopefully you don't.
NUCALA is a prescription medicine used with other medicines for the treatment of adults with eosinophilic granulomatosis with polyangiitis, EGPA. Do not use NUCALA if you are allergic to mepolizumab or any of the ingredients in NUCALA. NUCALA can cause serious side effects, including allergic hypersensitivity reactions, including anaphylaxis. Serious allergic reactions can happen after you get your injection of NUCALA. Allergic reactions can sometimes happen hours or days after you get a dose of NUCALA. Tell your healthcare provider or get emergency help right away if you have any of the following symptoms of an allergic reaction: swelling of your face, mouth, and tongue, breathing problems, fainting, dizziness, feeling lightheaded, low blood pressure, rash, hives. Herpes zoster infections that can cause shingles have happened in people who received NUCALA. Before receiving NUCALA, tell your healthcare provider about all of your medical conditions, including if you are taking oral or inhaled corticosteroid medicines. Do not stop taking your other medicines, including your corticosteroid medicines, unless instructed by your healthcare provider, because this may cause other symptoms to come back. Have a parasitic Helminth infection. Are pregnant or plan to become pregnant. It is not known if NUCALA may harm your unborn baby. Are breastfeeding or plan to breastfeed. You and your healthcare provider should decide if you will use NUCALA and breastfeed. You should not do both without talking with your healthcare provider first. Are taking prescription and over-the-counter medicines, vitamins, and herbal supplements. The most common side effects of NUCALA include headache, injection site reactions, pain, redness, swelling, itching, or a burning feeling at the injection site, back pain, and weakness, fatigue. You are encouraged to report negative side effects of prescription drugs to the FDA. Visit www.fda.gov/medwatch or call 1-800-FDA-1088.